What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about the 5 psychological traits that make Andrew Tate very confident. Now, he is the most controversial person you will probably see on the internet right now. I'm sure those of you that have watched him and his content know that he is very entertaining, very controversial, very opinionated. You either love him or you hate him, but you can't argue with the fact that he's very confident and he's very successful. So in today's video, I'm going to be getting into the 5 psychological traits that make him that way. Don't forget to subscribe, and without further ado, let's get into the video. So before we dive into the video, I just want to say that I don't necessarily agree with all of the things that Andrew Tate says. Although I think it's very important to be confident and to be successful, it's also important for me to be a good human being, as I speak about in a lot of my videos. So when you are watching this red pill content, I think it's very important that you don't just take someone's word as gospel. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses, including Andrew Tate, and in today's video obviously we're looking at his strengths and what makes him so confident, but that doesn't mean to say that he doesn't have weaknesses, he doesn't have flaws, and so you shouldn't look to perfectly emulate someone because you don't know what their life is like and what they're like behind closed doors, what they're feeling like behind closed doors. A lot of the time it is a show for social media, a show for marketing, a show for selling yourself, which is amazing and awesome and something we're going to be getting into right now. But with that being said, do take a little bit of caution when you are listening to the advice of anyone on YouTube, including myself. So number 1 is he is always one step ahead, as you can see in this clip now.
So I notice now, even now, if I'm in a room full of people and I'm constantly moving my hands, not that I'm a violent man, but especially if I'm in a room full of people I don't know, or if I'm in a bad situation, and if you watch these channels, you know I've been in a lot of bad situations, I always speak like this. And I speak like this because I'm always a step closer to smashing someone in the face than they anticipate.
Obviously in that clip there, he's talking a little bit about how he communicates and he speaks through using his hands, and he does that because he knows that men can be intimidating. I think a lot of that probably goes back to the fact that he had bad experiences and he was obviously a fighter. But even before that, his days of playing chess, where he would obviously have to strategize in order to beat the opponent. But the point being here really is that he is always one step ahead of his competition. He's always one step ahead of the person next to him. He's obviously a very intelligent, very clever guy who is able to kind of see things into the future. He's able to predict things before they've even happened, and this is obviously an amazing skill and trait to have if you're wanting to capitalize on the market, whether that being in forex or whether that being in crypto or whether that being just in marketing. Like whatever it is that you're trying to achieve within entrepreneurship, always being one step ahead is an absolutely fantastic trait that you can utilize and build and develop. Number 2, he knows how to sell himself, as you can see in this clip with Thurston.
Yeah, if there's one thing I know you're good at, it's marketing, and already you've marketed this car very well.
Well, life is sales, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you're trying to pick up a girl. It doesn't matter if you're trying to convince Bugatti to give you a car. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're good at selling and selling yourself, you're going to do well. So I think a lot of people forget that. Like, selling is an art, it's a skill, and a lot of people don't know that.
See from this clip here, you can see that he's talking about the ability to sell himself, which is something that I think derives from his confidence and his self-belief. Given the fact that he used to play chess to a very high standard, he was a #1 British kickboxer, he obviously has a lot of faith in himself to be able to deliver performances. And, you know, sales is another performance, whether it is going up to a girl, getting her number, or, you know, getting her back to yours, whatever it is, or if it's in business, making sales deals, you know, whatever it is in life, that ability to be able to perform to a high standard, a high level, and having faith and confidence in yourself to be able to do that is paramount. creating that self-belief, now that's a very, very difficult thing, but it obviously comes from experience and it comes from practice. So long before Andrew Tate was a successful entrepreneur, he was a successful chess player and he was a successful kickboxer. So you can't underestimate the importance of those early experiences in his journey to shaping him towards becoming a very successful entrepreneur. Number 3, he focuses on what he wants and not what he doesn't want, as you can see here.
You spend all that money every day. You spend that money. You jump on private planes, you buy supercars, you go to the club, you spray champagne everywhere. You do whatever you wanted. Hotel, 5-star suites, bang, bang, bang. Rent a yacht. The money, because it doesn't matter, because next day new money comes. That's rich. Rich is not having a big pool of money. Rich is having money coming all the time. And when the money comes all the time, you're gonna spend it all the time. When you spend it all the time, you're gonna meet new people. And when you meet new people, they're gonna teach you, they're gonna make connections and networks, and they're gonna allow you to make even more money. So now, after spending $20,000 every day, you're in Ibiza, you're on a boat, you're talking to some other millionaire, you find a way you can work together, you start working together, now you make $25,000 every day. But the money's fast. It's coming in, it's coming out quickly. Boom, 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 boom. And the way you get richer is for more and more to turn up each day, not to save more and more in a stagnant pool, which is what poor people do and what poor people think rich people do, but we don't. My money is extremely quick. I do not hold on to money.
So as we can see in this clip, he's talking about the fact that he is constantly chasing money. He's chasing fame and attention. He's chasing girls. You know, that is what his lifestyle is all about. It's all about speed. Probably, again, deriving from the fact that he used to be a fighter. You couldn't just relax. You couldn't just, you know, wait for the opponent to get on top of you. You know, you had to constantly be on guard and you had to constantly be attacking. And that's probably the mindset that he operates with in his life as well when it comes to entrepreneurship. I know in other videos, with the one with Mike Thurston, he talks about his inability to be able to relax and chill by the pool and stuff like that. So whilst this is an amazing trait to have as an entrepreneur in order to become financially successful and to build that financial freedom, to be able to have that lifestyle that you want, to go wherever you want, whenever you want, it's also important to be able to relax, to appreciate and to enjoy life. So I think that although this trait is something that is very, very critical to Andrew Tate and is critical for most entrepreneurs, I think, again, you need to be able to find a balance. Before he understands the nature of reality, as you can see from this clip from the Fresh and Fit podcast.
And you may sit here and think that your career matters, but the truth is that your job will fire you at a whim and not give don't give a solitary shit. So and when you're 52 and you're past it with no grandchildren in a house by yourself, and all your friends have grandchildren in this beautiful life, and you're sitting there by yourself, do you think the fact that you can afford a few extra Gucci bags is going to genuinely make you feel happy?
So in this clip, he's talking about career-driven, independent women, and I don't necessarily agree with him that women shouldn't have careers and be driven in the same way that men are. But I do agree with him in the sense that women are different to men, and women have this biological evolutionary need and desire to look after children and to procreate and to nurture. And he understands that, which is why he is very successful, because he knows what his role is as a man, and as a result of that, he gets the things that he wants because he's not suppressing his natural masculine urge, his natural masculine desires and needs. Number 5, he speaks in an authentic way, as you can see from this clip from Your Mama's House.
Pigs, why did he do it? I can't believe he did it. I'm so confused. What are you confused about, bitch? When's the last time you cooked him dinner? Do you suck dick on demand? Yes or no?
Wow.
Do you obey?
This guy's so cool.
Is he real? This can't be real.
He's real.
I think it is.
This dude's out there every day fucking working, and he comes home to hear bullshit from you. And then you are the only female on earth he's allowed to have sex with. And when he wants sex, you don't want it. So he has to go through his life sexlessly because you're...
Oh, this one was obviously very controversial. I don't know if he's talking tongue-in-cheek or if he's actually being serious. Obviously, it's apparent that these are definitely his views and his opinions. He's expressing them in a very kind of aggressive, misogynistic sort of way, quite abusive, some might say. I don't necessarily agree with the way that he is speaking about women in such a vulgar type of way. I don't think it's really necessary. I don't think it's very gentlemanly like. I know that that's not necessarily what he's going for, and his whole thing is to be very controversial. And I don't know if he speaks about women or to women in this sort of way. If he does, then you know, I don't have much respect for that personally. But the whole point is that he speaks in a very authentic way. He speaks through himself. He doesn't filter. He doesn't monitor or moderate himself. He just speaks his truth, and he doesn't care what other people are going to think of him. And as a result of that, he gets a lot of attention. He polarizes people. But that's good for marketing at the end of the day, and that's probably the reason why he is able to sell himself and sell his services and his products. So that's all from me, guys. I hope you found this video to be valuable. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Just to re-emphasize the fact that just because someone is successful, just because someone is making a shit ton of money, just because someone is banging all the girls, doesn't necessarily mean that you should be living your life in accordance to what he is saying, or what I'm saying, or what any YouTuber is saying. Okay, you should be able to critically appraise someone else and not like try to copy or emulate anyone else, because you are a unique individual. You are you. So you need to make sure that the things that you're doing, things that you're implementing into your life, the things that you're saying are authentic to you, and that you're not copying someone else. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Click that subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one.